I didn't. Well, no, I'm not gonna lie. I did know how difficult it would be to find a place to stay in Los Angeles. I just didn't know how fucking annoying it would be. So, if you guys notice, my trailer is back on my van because, well, I couldn't find a place to live in Los Angeles. It was taking too long. I was getting frustrated. I was getting tired. It was affecting my work on the Tubes of You. In case you guys don't know, on YouTube, every day that I don't work, meaning if I'm not filming a video or I'm not editing a video, that's, to me, that's lost money, which I don't like to do because I like or love what I do anyway. So why would you want to not do it? So I took off so many days looking for places. It literally cost me some kind of money and just lost productivity. So I finally found this guy who I could put my trailer in his backyard. Now, it's not in the best area of Los Angeles that I wanted to be at, but I didn't have a choice. And so I'm going to go bring it down over there. And so at least for the next month, I'll be back in my trailer just on somebody's property. And then I'll figure out what to do after that. But as long as everything is cool right there, I'll stay there for the duration of my stay here in Los Angeles. So get this. So I was on Craigslist, right? And I was looking up everybody's sublet, right? And I sadly didn't think about this until later on. I didn't think to look on Facebook, right? Because the whole Airbnb debacle, how they shit canned my account for no reason. I still don't know what the hell I did, nor do I care. Fuck Airbnb. So the people that were on Craigslist, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm only looking at sublets. That's it. I don't want to sign a lease. I'm not going to sign a lease. I don't want to live in Little Mexico. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So I hit up this lady. I did not want to rent her spot, right? So her place is in Venice, and she wanted $3,000 a month, right? So I don't want to pay $3,000 a month, especially to live in Venice, because I hate Venice. It's full of nothing but drug addicts and dirtbags. So I hit her up, and I'm like, hey, I'm a YouTuber. You know, I am looking for a place that I promise, meaning that I will be a man of my word, and I'll rent it. I'm looking for from May 1st to August 1st. After that, if I want to stay, I'll stay. But if I want to go, I'll go. Even if I want to go on June 15th, I will still pay the rent for July and still leave. Now, obviously, I'm going to pay the rent and probably stay because I just paid the rent anyway, so who cares? But I will put my money where my mouth is. So I sent like a bunch of those cut and paste emails to like maybe 10 people. So 3 people responded, right? So one of them was, I don't know who she is. And even if I knew her name, I couldn't even come up with it. So I Googled her, right? Like how everybody Googled me. And she's a comedian, right? And so she had a place in Atwater. And it sounded too good to be true because I think the spot was like $2,200 a month. It was a 1-bedroom apartment. It was furnished, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, so I sent her my YouTube channel, blah, blah, blah. She got back to me. But then it sounded like she was going to be kind of like back and forth where she would like stop by her apartment to like do some work on her computer. And that's not going to work with me because, you know, I understand that it's your apartment and that you have every right to come back whenever you want. But also I'm paying your fucking rent. So it's like if you think you're going to just come back in and out and while I'm there, that's not going to work. But I still would have took the offer. I still would have took the deal because they had parking. Parking is a must. I'm not going to live anywhere that doesn't have parking unless the street parking is like openly abundant and available. So I Googled her, and she was actually on one of those big talk shows. I don't know, like Stephen Colbert or something like that, doing comedy. So I'm not one of these guys that think that women are not funny. I think women can be almost just as funny, pretty much just as funny as men. So she has like some like TikTok, YouTube stuff. I don't know what show she was on. She's just one of those female comics that you laugh because you feel you have to laugh because she's a woman. You know, she pokes fun at herself or her weight, her dating, just the prototypical lame douchebag fucking female comedy that's not really funny. You know, poking fun at herself because she can't find a date or whatever. I'm like, good Lord, I cannot believe this woman is on a major talk show and she's fucking terrible. Neither here nor there. So that was over and done with because you know, I guess she didn't get back to me, or maybe she found somebody else. Maybe she found a woman. I'm sure that women would rather sublet their apartments to other women, so that's gone. The next one sounded too good to be true, and it was. I forgot where I found it from. It was basically it was in Culver City, which to me, Culver City is the perfect location, kind of. But there was some like bullshit with like a swimming pool or something. I don't remember. Anyways, I think that was on Airbnb, so I couldn't have got it even if I wanted to. So the third one, so this chick, I talked to her on the phone. She actually called me on the phone, right? It was amazing. So she calls me on the phone. She has that place for $3,000 a month in Venice. I don't want it. I don't want to live in Venice. I actually hate that area of LA because it's just, again, scumbags. So she wants $3,000 a month. I told her May 1st, August 1st. She said, it's cool. She says, like, well, you know, I got to sign a contract or whatever. I said, that's totally fine. I said, you can get a copy of my license. I said, you already have my social media. You probably know everything about me. You probably already Googled everything about me. I'm not going to come over here and tear up your place. Because then you could, like, you know, call me out on social media, which I wouldn't really care if you did. But I treat people and their property and their places the way I would want my stuff to be treated. So I'm not going to go over there bring a bunch of people and stuff like that, unless, you know. So anyways, so I said, email me the contract and then I will sign it and I'll send it right back to you. We can get this party started. Didn't send me anything that night. Didn't send me anything the next day. I said, okay, maybe she found the Black Bigelow shit. So, you know, she's a fucking lib, whatever. So I get this place today. Like I went like, you know, like 5 days ago to look at it. I didn't want it at first because it was further away from LA than I wanted to be at, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. And another subscriber, I stopped by her house. She offered her driveway to me. The only problem was it was just way too close to the street. And I was like, that ain't gonna work. So at least this dude's property, it's like hidden. It's no one's gonna even know anything. It's basically a hidden little enclave. So it's cool for right now, you know. So finally, just get this, you're gonna love this. Just as soon as I paid the guy, about 30 minutes later, this bitch emails me. She's like, hey, she goes, here's the contract. You know, you can move in whenever. I just need first and last, which is totally fine. I think she wanted a security deposit too, which I was like, you know, like paying her $7,500. I was like, Now, I would have paid it. I didn't want to be in Venice, but I tell you what, I would have paid it because it was a nice place. I had like a swimming pool. I think it's only her living in the entire house. I don't know how the fuck she has enough money to do that. How do these people, that's why I don't understand. How do these people have so much money that they just have these, you know, because if you guys don't know Venice, if you've never been in LA, you ain't missing much. Venice is just, it's like right next to the beach, but it's just a dump. And it's just, Venice has always been a place where everybody from the crappy parts of LA, they go there to get their scam on, to go look for dope, to go look for girls. They got the boardwalk right there is basically scumbag central, right? But the houses right there are worth a gaudy amount of money. It's crazy. So, and I would have paid her the money too. Yeah, I would have paid her the money. I know some of you guys are thinking like, how the hell do you have $7,500 to pay for rent? Because I'm a YouTube baller, kid. You know, I got it like that. So, anyways, yeah, she sent it to me like 30 minutes after I paid the guy. And personally, I think this situation I got with this other guy, I'm thinking it's gonna work because that way I got the trailer, I got a place to go. If I want to leave outside of LA, I go get a motel for 5 days, do my stories, come back to the trailer. So I'm probably gonna do that for all of the time that I'm here. But I definitely would have gave her the money. And then this other person had a freaking sublet for $14.50 a month. It was a guest house, really, really small, but I don't care. Like, it's only me. It was like one of the smallest guest houses I've ever seen in my life, but it had a bathroom, tiny as hell. There was no kitchen. It was just like a little tiny sink. You could plug in your air fryer, I guess, but there was no stove, no oven. I didn't care. I would have took it, and it was in a good part too. It was in where was their sublet at? I think it was in I want to say it was in like somewhere in the San Fernando Valley, like in Studio City or something like that, somewhere close, not far from Hollywood. And they wanted first and security deposit, which was the rent. And I'm like, why are you guys sending me these emails now when I already just found something, man? So hopefully this will work out, man. Because one thing about me, I'll tell you this, guys. I know I'm kind of going long with this video. I'm sure some of you guys are still watching. God bless you if you are. I feel so much better having my trailer with me. It's unreal. Like, I was going around with like a chicken with his head cut off for the last 6 weeks, and I didn't realize how much I love my trailer until I didn't have it with me. Like, I wish I can keep my trailer in Los Angeles. Technically I can. Technically I can keep my trailer and just stay in LA. The problem is, it's just I'm basically waiting for somebody to vandalize it and break into it. It'll only be a matter of time. So it's like, no, I can't have my trailer. That's like me having my trailer in Philadelphia. Yeah, I can go all over the place. And then certain videos that I want to do, if I want to go do a hood video, there's just a lot of videos that it would be very, very difficult to be lugging this trailer around. That's why I gotta have a place to put it. But man, when I got inside my trailer, I was like, oh my God, I'm home. Like, I know a lot of you guys, you own your own homes, or you got your apartments or whatever, and then, you get off of work and you go home and, you have that feeling. Well, I have that feeling too. I was glad to be in my trailer. Hotel rooms are cool and all, like, not a lot though. I don't like them very much, because it's not even a waste of money, because, it's a tax write-off, and I could do a review video or whatever. It's like I don't care for them. I always like my trailer. And plus, like, when I'm out, like, in the real world, which is anywhere outside of New York and Los Angeles, every time I go to a motel room, I'm kind of worried about somebody breaking into my trailer. I gotta put some kind of an alarm system on there or something like that. I gotta figure something out about that and get it insured. It's just like, so I won't have that debacle that I did last time where those tweakers broke my shit and stole all my crap. God, I hope a lightning bolt comes down from the gates of hell, or I guess would be coming up, and kills everybody involved in some of my stuff. I want them dead. I want them dead. I do. I want them dead. Anyway, is there anything else that I need to say? Kind of going on a tangent here, but man, I'm so glad. I'm so excited I'm so excited. Because I put on a lot of weight. I know you're like, oh, you're talking about your weight. You ain't talking about your weight. Shut up. Shut up. I put on so much weight just not being normal, like going to the gym regularly. So, like, this is the first day that I can actually, like, get back on, like, watching what I eat. So it feels good. I'm hungry, but it is what it is. So hopefully I get some videos done in the next, 2 to 3 months. And then, maybe I'll fly somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to fly. I'm going to take a flight somewhere in late June or early July. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm looking at Alaska. I'm looking at El Salvador. I'm looking at Colombia. I don't want to go somewhere real far. Or I might just, fly out to Las Vegas. I might just do that anyways for 5 days. And that's where I messed up, because I didn't barely do any Las Vegas videos, which that was lame, because like Las Vegas has some stuff that I would love to, do or whatever. But, whatever. I can always go back there in the summertime. It'll just be hot as hell. But yeah, very, very difficult finding a place in Los Angeles. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Peace out.